Oh, we are live. Hey guys, welcome back. I am here with John, my partner in our series of end swiping and wanting you to get more dates, more matches, and more attention when you are going online. So, I think the first thing that we should do, John, is start with a few online dating profile tips because you know best how important that is, right? Considering that you're somebody who has photographed hundreds and hundreds of people when it comes to their online dating profile. So, why don't you share a few tips about that and how people can elevate their, online dating profile?
Awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So it's hard. It's a candid is the best thing. You. This is for a relationship, a match. You want to give a potential match the biggest opportunity to really get a sense of, oh, I wonder who this person is. And believe it or not, a fake smile doesn't do that, but joy does. Happiness of if you're able to capture a sense of happiness or joy or anything real, that allows a potential match to really see you. So the first thing is just look through your photos, and it's not the most gorgeous, you know, it's not necessarily about the physicality. For this thing, just look through your photos to see if you can find any candids that just show a real sense of you. You might not have thought that that's an important thing to even look for, but it really is. So the first thing is just to see what you have already that you might have overlooked, because those kind of candid photos are so important. And actually, that's what I'm going to be able to, that's what primarily what I'm going to be teaching you in the course we're going to talk about is how you can do that on your own. How can you capture candids, even though, you're staring at the camera? How could you possibly get a candid when you're aware of the camera? That's kind of an oxymoron, but I'm going to teach you how to do that in the course. But for the first thing, just look through your own photos to see if you already have some, because you might have overlooked them, and those are really important.
Yeah, I think that when it comes down to, oh, you got a rogue light going on over there.
How about you? Yeah.
um, you're one of the biggest I would say complaints that people have when they're dating online is they feel like, okay, I'm not meeting anybody that I'm attracted to. And the thing about attraction is very physical. We know that, right? But when you want to build connection, there's a difference between attraction and connection. In my
Absolutely.
mind, attraction is all about, okay, what is that wow factor? There's a physical attraction to that person. And that usually only happens when somebody's presenting themselves in a way that really stands out. And there's a lot of noise when it comes to online dating. And literally, there's millions of people that are dating online, there's thousands of options that you have. And so being attracted to someone starts with the image, the physicality, but how do you connect with someone? Part of my content with respect to our program, N Swiping, you'll see that nswiping.com is combining the attraction part that we're trying to create with the photography and with how you show up physically, and then deepening that with connection based on how you um, describe yourself, how you communicate your interests, and being clear about the kind of partner that you're looking for. Because one missing that I see in a lot of dating profiles is all about you. I am this, and I'm funny, and I love adventures and long walks on the beach, and I'm really active. I'm an Aries. I'm a mom of three, and then there's no reference to who you're looking for. So in my blueprint, and when I create a dating profile, I always like to lead a little bit with, yes, share some things about yourself, but don't forget that you're looking to attract somebody, a specific kind of person, not just anybody. So make sure that you're also communicating the kind of relationship you're looking for, an idea or sense. If the person who's reading this and the person who's looking at your picture is actually compatible to you. Because when you don't write what you're looking for, then anyone's going to message you, right? Anybody's going to message you. But if you specifically say, I really want to meet a single dad who under a single divorced dad who's been through what I've been through and loves dogs, let's say. Then a guy who's reading that and he's not divorced. John, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I totally hear that. And I know often people, it's a common thing that people write their resume, like write their profile like it's a resume, like they're looking for a job. And as you're saying, so even for the photography, so it's not just about so as you're saying, the attraction is an interesting thing. On one level, the physical attraction obviously matters, but if somebody's really looking for a relationship, it's the sense of connection. Like, is this a compatible, the compatibility matters. And actually, you can actually accomplish that not only in the written profile to let people know exactly who you're looking for, so to repel the wrong people, and there's a similar thing with photography. There's not really the way to repel, but by showing them a little peek at who you are, you'll really have a more sense somebody will be attracted to a real person versus just a physical form. And if you're looking for a relationship, this sense of connection really matters. So that this person is also looking for a relationship, not just a hookup. And nothing wrong about that, but mostly with what we're talking about how to find an actual partnership, a match, and both with writing the profile and this particular way of taking a photo that I'll show you. So what Carmelia will show you and what I will show you is how to express yourself in a very genuine way that will attract real potential matches. And that's what we want for you.
Absolutely. What do you think, John, is maybe the biggest error that people make when it comes to their dating profile photo?
Well, I mean, it's really just thinking, it's all physicality. Like, for somebody to give a fake smile, which is the standard thing, it just, okay, it's kind of a little weird and gross. Even a fake smile, just doesn't do it. So that's pretty much it. So the error, first of all, is thinking that just showing what they look like is good enough, and it really isn't. And the other error, which is could be really exciting for people, is to know that that if they think they're not photogenic, it's actually mostly probably because of their energy that's coming out while the photo is being taken, actually. And there's tricks in the course of how you could avoid your anxiety and just allow your real joy or happiness to come through in the photo, which is really crazy, but there's tricks to doing that. And that sense of ease in front of the camera matters a lot. It's not just what you physically look like, but the sense of ease with the camera, with having your photo taken, really matters to even show your attractiveness. Attractiveness has an emotional content to it where people really don't think that's true.
Yeah, I think that everything, like when they say a picture says 1,000 words, your primary photo is what is the 3 to 7 seconds that creates that first impression, right? And which photo are you going to lead with? The thing about it, John, sometimes, and this is, your photo should always tell a bit of a story or give a hint into who you are as a person. And there are statistics that will share that a smile, even if you smize, the best, how would you describe smize? Smize is where they say you smile with your eyes,
Ooh.
right? So you don't even, you just, I'm going to try that now. It's like you don't have to have a full smile. For some reason, some people feel conscious about their teeth. And I get that part, right? At the same time, when that comes to mind, if you do feel conscious about something in your um, physical looks, these are things that you may want to address on your own, right? If teeth are a concern, well, you can do, I'm going to be just straight honest, you get braces, you can do teeth whitening, you can do whatever you can to enhance your image so you do feel comfortable, right? Because if you're not comfortable with your own smile and you're not comfortable with your own image, then that's really going to show up when you're online dating. It's like in anything in life, when you walk around carrying those insecurities and concerns and whatever, we all have things that we are shy about, worried about. We're not going to lead with our baggage, so to speak, but you certainly should lead with a profile that is smiling. Statistically, they say smiling photos are like a 400% increase than a photo without a smile. And for that matter, it should be clear. I can't emphasize enough about it being recent. You should not be posting a photo, in my opinion, that's older than a year. In fact, I like to change up clients' photos every 6 months, 6 months to a year, because you can change a lot in that time. And if you've been online dating, like many people have for years and years, or on and off, you have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend, you stop your profile, and then guess what? You go back on again with that same photo that you posted in 2020. Well, people are going to think, oh my gosh, this person hasn't found anybody, and it's the same photo in 2020. It almost feels like catfishing when you're posting something super old. What do you think about that, John?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only thing I could, disagree a little bit with you
Sure.
is in terms of, so there's two sides with this. Like, and I totally agree personally that fixing whatever can be fixed is important. But how about things like age? How about things like body weight? Even like people that are uncomfortable with their body as it is, as they're getting older, there's a way that I'm going to show you in, and it's like, it's hard to not be so some things can't be changed. You can whiten your teeth. You can do certain things that are easy to accomplish. And of course, do it if you can. But what about the things that you can't? And I'm going to show you a way that, first of all, your anxiety just gets in the way of your beauty, honestly. Your own self-conscious is really what the distracting thing is, not your age, not your weight, but your own sense of insecurity. And I'm going to show you in this course about how you can just push aside that sense of insecurity just for a second while the photo is being taken, so your real sense of your own confidence, your own sense of your own beauty will shine. And honestly, that ends up becoming way more important than way other things like your age, your hair, your whatever your things are that you're insecure about. If you're in the middle of being just joyful, that's what's going to show, and that's what is actually going to be add to your attractiveness. And
Yeah, I mean, this is my recommendation. I just to clarify as well, is not meant to say alter your appearance, right? Like we have filters these days, and people can do like AI can change your entire face, and you can get bigger lips, smaller nose, rounder, like slighter face, whatever. Sometimes you don't even know. That's the thing, is you want to make sure that your photos accurately represent you as best as possible, because you don't want it to be a downgrade, right? From, oh my gosh, this person looks amazing. And then they meet in real life and it's like, oh, that, like there's nothing in common, right? And it's true. Your body type is your body type. Unless you plan to show up with somebody else's body, you have to understand that you are who you are. You're culturally the way you are. You have your body type. Your looks are the way they are. It's a matter of accepting where you're at and being happy in the place that you're in, because positivity goes a long way. When you read profiles, and this is the biggest mistake that men and women make, is they tend to write in a place of frustration. This is the last time I'm going to go on this app. I'm so done with digital dating. Someone help me. Let's get off here. As it's like, oh boy, like
run away from that one.
Exactly. I don't want anyone. If you smoke, if you're broke,
Right.
if you cheat, if you got 10 kids, if you're in bankruptcy, don't call me. Hello. That's a lot to actually demand of somebody. And it's also giving insight into the fact that, oh, okay, so that's the kind of people that you've been dating, and that's the kind of people you've been attracting. it says something. It's nobody's fault. We understand frustration. So I'm always about being clear on what you want. Do not write from a place of who you want to not attract, what you want to avoid. Because I'm a big believer in law of attraction. I'm a big believer in manifestation. The more that you try to avoid something, the more it shows up. When you can be clear on, I would like a fulfilling, loving, connected, amazing relationship with someone who shares my lifestyle, my values, my desires, and understand that life has its ups and downs. This is the kind of partner I'm looking for. In no way, shape, or form am I describing my miserable dating life or that I'm lonely or whatever. And I'm not saying that there's not a place or time to do that in conversation, because not everybody's, rosy and positive 24/7. Sometimes it gives people a bit of an ick when your profile writes as if this person's never had a bad day in their life, right?
Yeah.
You got to be realistic. So those are some of the written tips that I would share for people that are wondering, what should I write? How should I write it? And my last tip I would say is, anytime that you can describe something instead of
You froze over here, Carm. You're frozen over here. Well, hi everybody else. I'm not sure if Carm is still here, but looks like there's a Wi-Fi issue probably on her end. But just so you know, if you're, I think we'll wait for the next one about her tips. But the course is called End Swiping, and it's a complete course of how to do both those things. From me, how to take your photos. From Carm, how to. Oh, you're back. Good. From Carm,
yeah,
how
I got lost in the Wi-Fi abyss, so I'm back.
So you were saying about that's where you were about listing, versus what is better than listing. That's what you were in the
What's
middle.
better than listing is okay, so I was in the example of, instead of saying I'm funny, because nobody believes it when you say that, right?
Right.
You can, or my friends say that I'm funny. Sometimes it's better to say my friends say, because now someone else is saying that, not
Yeah.
you. Being funny, you could say something like, I'm always ready with a great dad joke, right? Oh, in high school, I was voted class clown. Now, if you want to say that you are a responsible person, rather than saying I'm responsible, you could say, you'll never miss an appointment when you're with me. I'm your, and if you say what you want to say, you're outgoing, you could say, I'm the best wingman or wingwoman you could ever have at your side. So you're describing the way that you are without having to say, I'm funny, outgoing, and responsible. Instead, you've said it, I'm the kind of person you want, I'm the person that is going to, kick you out of bed when you're feeling down. I'm an award-winning chef, and I make the best, roast beef. I don't know. I'm just coming out of things to say.
Right.
Describe things. It's like a book, right? And if I can imagine, people are very visual. If I
Right.
can imagine what it's like to be with you, a day in the life with Carm, a day in the life with John.
Yeah.
Number one, I don't know if you want to be in a day in the life of me. You might run for the hills. But
No.
John, you feel the same way in how your photos
Exactly.
do that,
I was
right?
just going to say that. I actually I didn't really get that till you just spoke it, but it's the exact same thing. The way that's interesting. The way that you can use words to allow somebody to imagine what it might be like to be with you versus the list of requirements kind of thing. Exactly the same thing. The way that I'm going to teach you how to take pictures in the course is allow somebody to get a peek at you, to imagine what it might simply be like to hang out with you. Are you are you fun? Are you happy? Just that's so funny. I didn't realize that till now, that we share the exact same angle of what we're doing.
Well, and that's the reason why we are the perfect match to
That's right.
create this end swiping. So we'll be back every week to share new tips. And we're doing this because we're excited about our joint collaboration in our course. You can find that at nswiping.com. You will be able to have access actually to a preview of some of the coaching that we are giving away for free as a peek for you to understand what's really inside the course. We've had a lot of people express their thanks and appreciation after purchasing the course and after having reviewed the course. They definitely feel more confident and more prepared to show up better online and, frankly, to show up better anywhere. Our tips can help you show up really better anywhere, whether your photo is for social media, for a business reason, for press, for your mom and dad, for your friends and family. Taking these kinds of photos and having the ability to communicate your needs and wants in a authentic way. This course is for anybody and everyone who wants to level up.
Absolutely. And I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say, but it's a pretty comprehensive course, honestly. Yeah. It's like there's all the details from the photography side of things, how to take the right selfies, how to do it on your own. And also, what do you do if you want to give your phone to somebody else, take a picture for you? There's tricks of what you can say to them so that you could take better photos. And with Carm, I know one thing you talk about is not making it a resume. And it's like, that's pretty common that people sort of present themselves like they're looking for a job and they're not looking for a job. Oh, here's what I wanted to say. First of all, is there a lag in my speaking? Almost.
No.
That's good. So, I just lost it again. Oh yeah. So online dating is pretty much a machine. And it's an unusual thing that has a purpose to get on a date. There's certain pieces of it. There's the profile writing, there's messaging, and there's the photos. Those things combine need to be done in a certain way so that it actually works the way it's supposed to for this very unique purpose. You're not going to put water in your car in the oil spot. You're not going to put, the machine works a certain way. You need the right ingredients to make it work. And that's exactly what we're going to show you how to do it. So you can use this machine correctly and get the results that you want. That's what our job is. And that's what our gift for you is, so that you can have much more success with online dating.
Yes. So thank you very much, John. We'll be back again next week. Guys, our contact information's there. Please follow us on social media. We are live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. We're going to be live everywhere, and we want to share this with all of you. So thanks so much, and we'll be back soon.
Bye guys. Thank you. Thanks, Carm.
You're welcome.